Are you ready to break the chains of poverty over your life? What a doctor has the remedy. The book, The 10 Commandments to Black Economic Power, is here right now, written by the People Scholar, Finance PhD, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Also, buckle your seatbelt because summer 2023 B1, the movie, is about to launch. You definitely don't want to miss that. And here's what you all been waiting for. The All Black National Convention is making a stop in Atlanta. That's right, we coming to the A. October 2023. Make sure you go to boycewatkins.com to get your tickets, or we'll have the link.
Kind of talking about Boosie, but transitioning from that because in all of this, he's been talking about that murder situation a lot.
Yes,
He's been getting detailed about justifying why the dude is dead, just putting out a lot of information. Now, pardon my ignorance, but could this potentially indict him or entrap him into something more? Now, that murder, that trial is over. Everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. But could the information that he's thrown out online hurt him in the long run in this situation in particular?
I would say no.
Okay.
Because I did listen to that little thing. I think it was like yesterday, the day before, where he was talking about how the dude had like mad bodies, and then I guess somebody said what you said, like you gonna incriminate. He was like, nah, dude's dead. Then he started talking about how many people, the dude beat like 5 murders. He was sleeping with, family members, all this stuff he was saying. Yeah. And like the dude was pretty much like a monster in the city. Like he said, anybody from Baton Rouge knows dude was a monster. So he was pretty much making it seem like, look, I did the world a favor by taking this nigga out. You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of seen it. But yeah, I don't think he'll get no trouble from that, man. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. That's wild cool. Dude, though. I mean, Boosie's a wild dude. Well, I gotta ask you this: why you think him and NBA YoungBoy, they both from the same city? I never really saw them connect like that. They both from Baton Rouge.
I'll say this, and I don't have any direct information about Baton Rouge in particular, but being down in the Texas area for some time, talking to people in Dallas, talking to people that have intimate situations with Boosie in particular, everything ain't what it seems, bro. It's some harboring feelings when it comes to the business, because a lot of people looked up to him and a lot of people were loyal to him. A lot of, like we were talking about the Michael Jordan of the South and Jay-Z and Boosie, we were having that conversation. Yeah. A lot of people revere him. A lot of the youth revere him out there, and some of them don't feel like it's reciprocated. So I don't know if this is a situation where NBA YoungBoy doesn't feel like the love is returned. And I don't know anything. Don't let me be clear. I ain't heard nothing from any horse's mouth. I'm just saying from people down there that have given me information on certain people when it comes to Texas and Boosie's relationship. This is what they've given me. So I'm just kind of making inferences, and maybe that's why you don't see that type of relationship.
I think you kind of, a situation I want to talk about a little bit is, and again, I don't know personally, this is my observation, Meek Mill. And a lot of people feel like Meek Mill's from Philly, that he should be putting all of the Philly artists on, or at least making, a song with at least a few. And I think he has done that. Yeah. But people criticize Meek because he went to New Orleans and got to do Snoop. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you kind of never know with those situations. And then I get it. Sometimes every situation, it might not just be fruitful. A situation for Meek to go get, a Leaf Ward or one of these dudes that's popping in Philly like that. It may not be fruitful for that situation. Even though Meek Mill will shout him out, right? He'll listen to him. You ask, how come he didn't sign to him? Right. You know what I mean? So, but then again, you got people like Yo Gotti, who got a bunch of dudes out of Memphis, a chick out of Memphis, and is rocking with a lot of people from Memphis. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't want to like blame Boosie. Like, how come you ain't pick up NBA YoungBoy? I don't want to blame, but I just always wonder, how come they don't really, rock like that? As a matter of fact, I think they may have had words at one point in time. I'm not sure. And they're from the same Baton Rouge, not that huge.
Yeah. You know? If you go back, I guarantee if you go back in time, go back to NBA YoungBoy's early days, he's talked about Boosie in a highlight. He's talked about him as a person he respected. So has Kodak Black. So has Mo 3, rest in peace. So has many others in a highlight. And like I said, just from people telling me, maybe that big brother, little brother thing, they didn't feel like they were getting the respect that they were given. So,
and it should. I feel like it should be that way.
Of course.
I feel like especially if you come from an area and somebody's up and coming and hot, you should definitely be reaching your hand down. I ain't saying you got to do everything for them, but you definitely should acknowledge and reach your hand down and help in any way you can help. And I don't know if he did that with young boy. I doubt it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, especially if you see him struggling and need a way out, like why not give him the resource? Why not give him the help, whatever, to help them get in position, and hopefully they reciprocate that, to the next youngster coming out of that area.
You can
But
do that from a distance. You ain't got to be in the city to do that. You got eyes and ears in the city that can
word,
let you know what's going on out there, who's really
always
the wave out there in the city musically, and then you can set up a situation where you could help. You ain't got to do it directly from the city if you feeling threatened or something. I know Meek Mill really don't like coming to Philly for legitimate reasons. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Kind
They'll
of
try to
stays the
take his
fight of
head
that.
off. Yeah,
Exactly, but that don't mean he still can't reach out and help. I'm not gonna put blame on him or because there's a lot of other Philly artists that could have did the same thing. But when you ask kind of why, as opposed to a Yo Gotti, and hey, Yo Gotti may just find himself fortunate and lucky and everything else in between. Because I remember him talking about he got security, dogs, guns, physical
yeah,
security, and still didn't feel safe certain times in his home just because of the PTSD they got living in them situations. So I don't know, man. They got various reasons and various motives as to why they don't. But I agree with you. I feel like it's only right if you really blow up in your city to kind of see what's going on in your city, whether you're there or not, and trying to help the next one.
yeah. I mean, like I said, the best example I could think of is probably Gotti. I mean, like Moneybag Yo, Glorilla, Black Youngster. Like I mean, we can go down the list. I forget the other dude name. He's a little. He's not as known. I think his name's like Big 30 or something like that.
He didn't have Pooh Shiesty, right? I know he's from Tennessee, but he didn't have him, right?
Nah, but he had his homie.
Okay.
Big 30 is his homie.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean? I think Pooh Shiesty got with Gucci Mane.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So he still got his homie though. So still a connection.
Right.
There. So yeah. And then he's like, I think in that area it's like a north. I think north and south. So it's like two different, areas and whatnot, which don't mean nothing because I think a few of them from north, some of them from the south,
Right.
or whatever. So I think it could have been a situation where Gucci just got him first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
They
yeah,
still went
man,
grab from there, so.
I really salute and like what Yo Gotti's doing. I mean, I definitely was skeptical at first. We was wondering like, oh no, is he getting his artists like other people? And I don't know what he's doing with his artists, but it looks like they prospering to me.
Whoever heard one bad thing come from
Not
any
one.
of them, and hopefully we never do, right? But as of to date, and he's been doing this for some time now, they all seem like they all right. Every time I see him, they got a new chain on or a smile on their face. So
Yep,
salute to Yo Gotti out there
definitely.
doing what he doing.
Well, 50 Cent, man, was at a concert
50
in
Cent, man.
LA. And it appeared that he got aggravated. I don't know if it was because of technical difficulties, but at a point in time, as caught on camera, he hurled a microphone. And this microphone hit Power 106 host Brianna in the head. Now, one thing I was hearing is that she wasn't supposed to be in this restricted area. But nevertheless, the pictures are out there. She got hit in the head, and it's a pretty big gash.